Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. My hair's a little wily today, but that's okay. So I know we're going through really big shifts right now, or at least I am, and I know everyone I'm talking to, they're feeling shifts. They're feeling it in the way of a lot of mirroring moments, a lot of like PTSD moments, things from the past coming back around, having to resolve them, and doing more of like a deep dive into their soul and what needs to be looked at and loved on and let go of. Ooh, looked at, loved on, and let go of. That feels like a beautiful theme. And accurate. Anyway, so today's pick a pile is going to be pile 1, 2, or 3. No crystals involved, just tune into what your solar plexus is asking for you, from you. And before we get going here, I'm just gonna give myself a quick little cleanse. I'm doing energy work today, so an important part of being able to read energy, work with other people's energy, and then also pull cards is making sure that there aren't attachments from previous clients or even my own stuff. So I'm just gonna give myself a nice cleanse. Cleanse the cards I'm working with. So we're gonna be working with Mama Isis as per usual, because you guys know I love her. We're gonna do a little starseed oracle. And then lastly, this is a deck I've had for a while, but I haven't really played with it, but recently I've been drawn to bring it out again. And it's around the Divine Feminine. The deck is called the Divine Feminine. Well, what do you know? I'm gonna start pulling for group number 1. Also, I just want to say, you guys, thank you for your continued love and support and also trust. You know, there's a level of trust that comes through when you get your cards pulled, when your energy gets read, when you come for meditation class. So not just thank you for tuning into these videos, but thank you for supporting the classes. Thank you for coming for work, supporting me, trusting me, and also thank you for doing the work, because none of the work we do here is easy. So it requires a deep level of, at the beginning, usually discomfort, but honestly, it comes from a place of love, like a deep sense of love for yourself and knowing that you do deserve something better. So trusting me in those very vulnerable and uncomfortable spaces, it's just, I feel an immense amount of gratitude, so thank you. All right, so enough with the cheesiness. Let's keep going. This is pile number 2. And if you're waiting until all the piles are done to choose, that's okay too. Okay. Now from the starseed, for pile 1, there you go. Starseed, pile 2. Starseed, pile 3. Ooh, the people in pile 3 feel like they're getting massive upgrades right now, and so they're probably feeling like kind of wonky stomachs, feeling a little sick. Maybe no appetite, and my ears are ringing, so I think they're either having ringing ears, or it feels like they're underwater, or yeah, they're starting to hear messages more clearly, depending on where you're at in your transition. If it's static and you're having a hard time hearing or understanding what messages are coming through, you can go into meditation and you can try and attune your energy. Or if you're at the very beginning, try and ask for your energy, try and ask your system to adjust your energy in order to better receive the messages or to hear more clearly from your guidance center. Okay, so we have decks, we have stacks pulled for each deck. So just tuning in, maybe taking a few deep breaths in, out. Another one in. And out. Last one in, really anchoring into your body. And big exhale out, letting it all go. All right, let's get started. So pile number 1. Pyramid of Light, Serpent of Fire. Activated Earth, and that came from the Starseed. And then from the Divine Feminine, it's Dakini. The Enlightened Feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I must trust my intuition and my guides. Or I must trust my intuition to guide me. Sometimes I look up a little too quickly. All right, so people who have chose this pile. You guys you're either on the cusp of, or you are sitting in that deep well of knowing, that deep understanding, that inner gut instinct. You are being fully guided by it. You're allowing your system and your life to unfold by it, and you trust it completely. This is allowing you to now, because, okay, let me rewind. I'm getting really excited, but essentially, because you've been able to tap into your solar plexus, really feel into it, really allow it to be the governing center of your entire system, you've created safety in your body. You now know and understand your own energy. You now know and understand how to make decisions from a wise mind, because your gut instinct is running the show. So you feel into your gut and then you filter it through your brain, as before you filtered it through your brain and then let it run through your body. And your body's like, hey, why am I getting last say kind of thing? Because you'd be too much in the mental about it. Roles have reversed. You feel into your gut, you go with your gut and you trust it, and then you check your mind last. But you may even notice that you might not be using your mind the same way you used to before, which is really terrific. So flowing in this, allowing this to continue to evolve is absolutely what is needed, because this is where you get to start to help others more wholeheartedly. Because again, you feel safe to give now, because you have that energetic boundary, that deep well of understanding that has been ignited and engaged. So this looks like connecting with more people, likely more people that are aligned, more people in the community that'll serve you, and you'll be able to serve them. The activated Earth card says power places, lie lines, trust where you're being led. So again, it's very instinctual. Trust where you're being led. Make sure that if it's in nature, you're truly connecting with nature. There's a reason why you're drawn to that space. There's a reason why your system's bringing you there. Tap in, ground yourself, and listen to what is being said. This also means, if you're not already, your beacon of light is going to be so much more big and so much more open. Kind of like, let's see this light behind me? It's like, that's going to be you guys. And you guys are going to draw in tons of people. You're going to be more magnetic than ever. Everything is going to start unfolding so much easier. You are now guided by this divinity that is you. So feel into it, allow the juiciness and yumminess of life to unfold. It's here for you, and keep dialing into that solar plexus. Keep connecting to it. Allow yourself to feel like you can fully trust here, because this is where the magic starts to happen. Less of this, more of this, and life just starts to feel so much more fruitful. So I absolutely love that the last card is the Enlightened Feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. That's beautiful. And I feel like that wraps it up perfectly for stack number 1. So stack number 2. All right, we have Mother of Life, Brother in Darkness, Baby Steps, and Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know the presence of love is real. So these people are working with their solar plexus as well. They're working at it from a different perspective. They're not fully comfortable with it yet. They're still testing the waters. And that's where the baby step card comes in, like slowly stepping into it, seeing if they can trust it. These people are very much in their mind, so much so that I'm getting a bit of a neck ache. Like they're rigid, they're stiff. There's a lot of tension still in their body because there's still a lot of tension in their outside world. So they don't feel like they've had enough time to truly sit with their gut instinct to allow themselves to see how that could be beneficial. This doesn't mean they don't know that their gut instinct is the most powerful. It's like they have an awareness of it, but they don't know how to incorporate it just yet. And there's a lot of stuff coming into their life right now that they're trying to heal, that it might feel almost impossible to let the gut really reign at this point. The Mother of Life card, Nourishment of the Golden Grain of Mother. So this card to me is indicating that these people have just reseeded their life. So there's probably been a huge upheaval not long ago, maybe even within the last year, where they've had to completely pivot, change everything. It was almost like a light bulb went off and they were like, okay, fine, it can't continue like this, we have to change. And we means like they took their family unit and turned it around, and they've changed the direction completely. This has brought a lot of darkness into these people's lives, a lot of discomfort, a lot of tension. I can feel it in my back, central to low back. This area is energetically, there's a lot of pain there. There's a lot of tension for 2 reasons. The lower back tension is indicating to me that energetically there has been a foundational shift. So the energy is still sitting there. It's still trying to move as you ground into this new foundation that you built. The upper back body, that's still feeling like, oh, can't fully trust yet. So there's some energetic tension that's happening there. So if you're experiencing this stuff, this is energetic holds that are trapped in your body. Important for you to still move the physical body. These are not long-term ailments, but they are energetic manifestations that still turn into muscle pain. So move your body, get a massage, stretch, make sure that you're taking space. The Brother in Darkness. This goes back to feeling like you had to go through some darkness for this to shift. These are this is the negative and positive energies of both the masculine and feminine energies we hold in our bodies. These people here are starting to realign and maybe understand what it means when people speak about the masculine energy in their lives and the feminine energy in their lives and in their systems, and how that works to balance, to come into a full body existence. If this isn't something you understand, feel free to reach out. I'm super excited and happy to explain it to you. But just know that for pile number 2, these people are coming into alignment with their feminine and their masculine, as this has been disconnected for quite some time. And that's also been why it's been so hard to trust their solar plexus, their gut instinct, their bullshit meter, as I like to call it, because they've been so out of whack up here in their heart center, but predominantly in their masculine and feminine. It is crucial at this point for you to take steps, even if they don't make sense mentally. Continue to trust your gut. Try and tap in as much as possible to your gut and make decisions, or make decisions. I keep saying decisions. I guess the word's decisions. Make decisions before it makes sense. Follow your intuition before you're able to mentally understand it. Go with it. It's going to pay off. And I'm going to read to you again, Teresa of Avila, the Lady of Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know the presence of love is real. So these people too, they've been going through a lot of darkness, and they may have felt like there isn't a lot of love left for them, a lot of love left for them by themselves to give for themselves or in their family unit because of this big upheaval. Trust that that love is there. It has shifted and changed, but this is an opportunity for you to then shift the narrative as well around it, because maybe the way you were receiving love didn't quite work before, and that was also why the shift needed to happen, but also because you now have a different set of tools and understanding for yourself, and you want to be loved differently now. Allow that to be okay, and again, trust your gut in this process as you unfold, and ask for and work towards love that supports you, and in supporting you, able to support those around you. So allow yourself to trust that process. Now for the third pile, you got 3 cards from Isis. Eye of Horus, Miraculous, Miracles of Isis, and Life Restored. Ooh, lucky people. All right. And then you got 1 card from the Starseed deck, which is Your Life is a Canvas. And then the feminine card you got was Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exiled Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Oh. Okay. You guys did it. You've made it over the threshold. You're on the other side now. If you were wondering, even for a split second, I'm here to tell you, you made it. You did it. You're over the hump. You climbed the mountain. You got all the coins. You did it. It's amazing. You have awakened to your divine perception, your divine self. You have done a lot of the healing in the masculine and feminine. Sure, there might still be more to come, but the discomfort in your body doesn't live the same way it did. The Miracle of Isis, that card talks to miraculous healing. This could be emotional healing, physical healing, mental, spiritual healing. This comes in all ways, shapes, or forms, and these people have experienced it. Things that have plagued them for years, even generational trauma that they've been carrying. It's like, they got to just take off the backpack and torch it. They're done with it. They took the lessons from it. They're integrated, and now it's just like, I don't need to carry that narrative anymore. I get to be this big, beautiful self with all those reasons as to why I was before, why I wasn't before, behind me. Grateful for the lessons. They're beautiful, but they don't have to be my story anymore. You are now showing up fresh, present, and without all these strings attached to you as to why you were or weren't in the past. You just are now. And that is so beautiful. That energy is so grounded. It's so healing. It's so healing for yourself, for others, for your community. You get to give back wholeheartedly, because much like in deck number 1, this trusting of the solar plexus is so deep now that these boundaries are more effortless. You get to move through the world as the essence you were meant to be when you first distilled onto this planet. And that's exactly why the Life Restored has come through. It's like, this is the version you always knew you could be. You're either just stepping into it, so you're just still fitting into the shoes, or you're fully now in it. And it's just like, oh, it's yummy. Life is so yummy. And you get the squeeze now. Like, you understand why things had to be the way they were. And there's no more emotions necessarily attached to them anymore. It's this understanding of it is and it was. And now this is. You get to come home to self. Your life is a canvas. You are the artist. You get to manifest anything, and you have a creative accountability at your doorstep. So this now looks like anything you want it to look like. This is creating that life that you've always wanted. This is you having green lights go, no more resistance. This is the payoff for all that hard work, all the healing you've done. And not just in this life cycle, in many life cycles prior, it's like you got to clear a ton of karma and you're coming into it fresh, baby born kind of feels. So I love that Saint Bridget was the card that you got. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Now, this is a card that would have scared you from before because you would have been depleted from giving. You would have felt like, yes, you wanted to give, but you didn't know how to give to yourself before. So now that you have these healthy boundaries, this card feels exciting to be able to give endlessly because you know how to move within this system. You know how to cleanse your energy. You know how to restore it. You know how to give. You know how to be this light, this being of light. So you have this beauty, you have this connectedness that is such a deep understanding of self and a deep understanding of the way things are moving in your outside world, that you are able to oscillate within that and give endlessly. A little caveat for these people is, now that you are very much in your etheric understanding and knowing, don't forget to take care of your physical body almost more than ever now, because this vessel is what gets zapped the fastest. So although we can be very like up here, like in our energy, the vessel that carries that energy needs nourishment. It needs support in a physical way. We are here on a planet that is very physical, and in order for us to have the true human experience, we have to make sure that we are marrying the two. So you've done the beautiful work, you've crossed the threshold, you came over the mountain, you're integrated in your spirit, and now it's very important to make sure that the human self and the spirit self is well integrated so that you get to enjoy this human experience as much as possible and guilt-free. So congratulations to everybody at each step, because none of these steps are easy to get to. And this gives me an abundance of hope and excitement and a feeling of magic for, not for us on this planet right now, but for the future too, and for the little ones that we have coming behind us. Because if this is what the community looks like as adults right now, and we're helping raise these little minds and these little star seeds, just imagine what this is going to look like when they're grown. Like, this kind of language is going to feel very common. In fact, they're not going to be looking for specific people on the internet to tell them this stuff. This is innately going to be built into their governing system. So that's exciting. And thank you guys all for the amazing amount of work you do. A lot of hard work, a lot of hard work. I'm grateful for you guys. Also, at the end of this month, I am doing a group meditation class, but we're doing it in Fish Creek Park. And I'm bringing some treats, and we're gonna have our tea as per usual, and I'll pull cards, but I would love it if you were able to join us. So it will be July 27th at 7 o'clock in Fish Creek Park. And if you'd like more information, check out my Instagram. Take care, guys. Bye.